Meanwhile, Officer Daniels felt the walls closing in. His gut told him someone had seen him that night. A missing persons report had already surfaced, and detectives were sniffing around. But Daniels wasn't going to wait to be caught. He started asking questions at school, his smile tight, his eyes scanning every face, looking for a crack. When he crossed paths with Ethan in the hallway, their eyes met, just for a second, but it was enough. Daniels saw the fear, the guilt. That night, Ethan noticed a car parked outside his house, engine running, headlights off. Someone was watching. Ethan's heart raced as he peeked through the blinds, staring at the dark car idling outside his house. He couldn't see the driver, but deep down he knew it had to be Officer Daniels. Gripping his phone tightly, he texted Liam, *someone's outside. I think it's him. Moments later, the car drove off, disappearing into the night. The fear lingered. Ethan realized he wasn't just holding evidence anymore, he was being hunted. The next day, Ethan and Liam skipped school, meeting Mr. Harris at an old storage shed behind the park. But when they arrived, the door was already ajar. Inside, papers were scattered and Mr. Harris was gone, his phone left behind, screen cracked. Panic set in. Had Daniels found him? Now it wasn't just about the video, it was about survival. But then came the twist. As Ethan checked Mr. Harris's phone, he found a message draft unsent. *Meet me at the station. I think Daniels isn't working alone. Ethan's breath caught. This wasn't just one corrupt cop. There was someone else, maybe more. People in power who do anything to keep their secrets buried. Ethan's mind raced as he read the message. If Officer Daniels wasn't working alone, who else could be involved? Determined to uncover the truth, Ethan and Liam decided to act fast. They made a copy of the video, just in case, and headed to the police station, but not to report it. They needed to see who was really pulling the strings. Inside, the atmosphere felt heavy. Daniels was there, chatting casually with the police chief, a man everyone trusted, Chief Walters. But as Ethan observed from a distance, he noticed something chilling. Daniels handed Walters a flash drive, whispering something with a nod. That's when it hit him. The chief was part of it. This went deeper than one bad cop. Ethan knew they couldn't rely on the police. So, with Liam's help, they uploaded the video anonymously online, along with everything they discovered. The evidence spread like wildfire, impossible to ignore. Within hours, the story exploded. The authorities had no choice but to act. Daniels and Chief Walters were arrested, their crimes exposed to the world. But just when Ethan thought it was over, he received an anonymous message. *Q did well, but there are more like them. Be careful. In the days that followed, the town buzzed with shock and disbelief. The arrest of Officer Daniels and Chief Walters shook the community to its core, revealing a web of corruption hidden behind trusted faces. Ethan and Liam became local heroes, though they never sought the spotlight. They had simply done what felt right, standing up for the truth, even when it was dangerous. Mr. Harris was found safe, having gone into hiding after realizing he was being followed. He praised the boys for their courage, reminding them that bravery isn't about not being scared. It's about doing the right thing despite the fear. Life slowly returned to normal, but for Ethan, nothing felt the same. The woods he once explored with curiosity now held memories of a secret he helped uncover. As for the anonymous message, Ethan never found out who sent it, but it stayed with him, a quiet reminder that the fight for justice doesn't always end with one victory. Sometimes it's just the beginning. And while the shadows might hold more secrets, Ethan knew one thing for sure: he wasn't afraid to face them. It was supposed to be just another quiet night on the outskirts of town. The forest stood still, wrapped in darkness, with only the faint rustle of leaves carried by the wind. But beneath that silence, something sinister was unfolding. A corrupt cop, driven by greed and desperation, dragged an unconscious man deep into the woods. His face was cold, his actions ruthless, as he buried the man in a shallow grave. convinced no one would ever find out. What he didn't realize was that hidden behind the thick trees, a young boy had witnessed everything. His small hands trembled as he gripped his phone, recording the crime in shaky silence. The boy knew this video was dangerous, proof it could expose a man who would do anything to protect his secrets. What happens when a child holds the key to uncovering a dark truth? And how far will the corrupt cop go to erase his mistake? Stay tuned to find out how one boy's courage could bring a dangerous man to justice, or put his own life at risk. The boy's name was Ethan, just 12 years old, but wise enough to understand the danger of what he'd seen. He was out there that night with his trusty bike, sneaking through the woods like he always did, exploring places he wasn't supposed to. But this time it wasn't just an adventure, it was a nightmare. The man he recorded wasn't just any cop. Officer Daniels was known around town as a respected figure, someone people trusted. But behind the badge, he had secrets buried as deep as the forest floor. Ethan didn't know why Daniels had done it, or who the man in the grave was. But he knew one thing. He couldn't tell just anyone. What if Daniels found out? He'd seen how ruthless he could be. Clutching his phone, Ethan raced home, his heart pounding louder than the wheels spinning beneath him. Every shadow felt like it was watching, every sound like footsteps chasing him. He had the truth in his hands, but the real question was, what would he do with it? And was anyone safe now that Daniels had something to lose? Ethan couldn't sleep that night. The video was burned into his mind, the sound of dirt being shoveled, the flicker of Officer Daniels' flashlight, and the cold, empty look in his eyes. He knew he had to tell someone, but who could he trust? Daniels wasn't just a cop, he had connections everywhere. What if the wrong person found out before Ethan could figure out what to do? The next day at school, Ethan tried to act normal, but the weight of the secret made him distant. His best friend Liam noticed. After school, under the cover of whispers, Ethan showed Liam the video. Liam's face went pale. "We have to tell someone," he whispered. But Ethan wasn't so sure. What if Daniels was already looking for his phone? What if he knew? Meanwhile, Officer Daniels went back to his usual routine, his badge gleaming, his smile convincing. But paranoia crept in. He returned to the woods, checking the grave, scanning the trees. He felt it, that unsettling sense of being watched. His instincts told him someone knew. And if someone knew, they'd have to be dealt with. Ethan and Liam knew they couldn't keep the secret much longer. The video felt like a ticking time bomb in Ethan's pocket. They decided to show it to someone they could trust. Mr. Harris, their history teacher, a quiet man with sharp instincts and a reputation for standing up for what's right. After school, they met him in an empty classroom, hands shaking as Ethan pressed play. Mr. Harris watched in silence, his face growing tense. "You boys need to be careful," he whispered, locking the classroom door. "This isn't just evidence, it's dangerous."